We'll hang out in the NBA here for a little bit this hour. We'll kind of see how things go. I do want to try to get to that AP poll in college football. And Danny asked the question, which I continue to ask as well, why this team is continually ranked as high as they are. We'll get into that hopefully sometime this hour. If not, we'll push it to the big nooner. But a little bit of breaking news here. There's a lot of conflicting things going around, but sources are saying that the NBA has found no evidence showing the Los Angeles Clippers owner Steve Ballmer funneled money through team sponsors to pay Kawhi Leonard in order to circumvent the salary cap. Instead, the NBA is focused on whether the team's introduction of Kawhi to team sponsors constitutes a violation of the league's rules prohibiting salary cap circumvention.
But, again, this reporting
Don't those sound like the same thing?
Yeah.
Those sound like the same thing to me.
Shout out,
we don't think you did this, but we think you did this.
So, number one, the reporting is coming from ESPN. It's Don Van Natta, Baxter Holmes, and Ramona Shelburne. But shout out Casey Holdahl, who basically quote tweeted this, was like, "This is the scene from Clear and Present Danger when the president sweeps an illegal war under the rug because the country can't afford another scandal."
Right.
It's like, what is happening here? So we're getting this reporting from ESPN. That comes out, and not shortly after, this is 30 minutes ago, spokesperson for the NBA, Mike Bass, ESPN's article regarding the Clippers investigation, for which the NBA declined to cooperate, contains numerous and significant inaccuracies. The results in this matter will be made clear once the investigation is concluded. What?
Did the NBA director of communication just come out and say that there are some inaccuracies in the statement that's been made?
But the story from ESPN, I'm just like, but they just said that there's no wrongdoing. Like,
funny you mentioned that the NBA can't handle another scandal, right? Okay, that's maybe let's say that's the thought behind sweeping this under the rug.
Sure, because guess what? There's another one coming with Mark Walter and the Lakers, bro.
Yes, I know.
And Matt Ishbia and the Suns.
Yeah, and we'll get to Ishbia here in a moment. But my question is though, if they can't afford to have another scandal, this scandal's already out in the open. So in theory,
let this one run its course and hang over everything else.
That's what I was going to say. If you want to sweep Mark Walter under the rug, if you want to sweep Ishbia under the rug, which again, we'll get to both those in a minute.
Let those roll.
This one is the most public. It has the most eyeballs on it. It is the most egregious. And Pablo and Baxter and to an extent Ramona Shelburne have been all over this story. You got to let this one play out.
Pablo's already quote tweeted with saying, "When the time's right, can't wait to share what we have."
When the time is right, I am extremely, extremely excited for our episode about this.
See, and that's what's crazy because the Ishbia, Walter, Ballmer, they love what Silver's doing because he's protecting them, but he is killing the NBA right now. The look on the league is so bad. Dare I say worse than it's ever been. And that's not even counting what's going on in the W right now, which we do not have time to get into that. But it's like basketball right now, professional basketball in the United States of America, whether it's men's, women's.
Not great, Bob.
It's not great. It looks terrible, and it continues to look worse. Look, now we've got other things. Like, this is why everyone thinks the NBA is rigged. We finally found, guess who has the most benefit of back-to-backs, who they play, travel, TV deals, all that kind of stuff. Who's got the best schedule this year?
Philly.
It's the Sixers.
Weird.
Why? Weird. Why is it the Sixers? And number 2 is the Knicks. Oh, weird. Like, the NBA cannot stop doing things that make people say, I don't trust this league, I don't like the product, and I don't want to be here. Guilty as charged, man. If the Blazers weren't in this town, and the Blazers got their own issues going on right now, if the Blazers weren't in this town, do you think I would watch the NBA?
Probably not.
The answer's no.
All I want to do is point and laugh at Angel Reese smoking a layup.
Are we?
Well, Caitlin did.
Are we nearing the end of the Adam Silver era?
See, but that's the other problem is that I don't think so because he's bailing out Walter, Ishbia, Ballmer.
Remember, he works for those
Tom
guys.
Dundon, for that matter, too. Like, Dundon doesn't look good here.
No.
The ownership in Dallas doesn't look good after trading Luka. The ownership in New Orleans is a joke. James Dolan is a jerk. Nobody likes him, but he just won a title.
He's running a surveillance state, but they don't care because New York is printing money.
Exactly. Like,
Their playoff run made the Knicks another $500 million.
yeah.
$500 million roughly is what they accounted for the additional revenue in the playoffs and the finals. Like, as long as it keeps printing money, and guess what? You know, the expansion franchises are going to go for $8 billion apiece. That's just the rights to buy. It seems that let's say Vegas and Seattle both sell for $8 billion. That's $16 billion split up among 30 people or 30 teams. Like, They're
And
just
they're
gonna
going
sit
to
there and
praise
go,
Adam Silver for it.
And guess what, man? Like every time this happens, they're just going to go, we don't care as long as the money can. Look, man, I'm a capitalist at heart, but boy alive, some of this stuff has got to start mattering. The integrity, the ethos, the identity of sports, it's so venture capitalism driven that it's just become possessed, man. Like, to be clear, it has been for a long time. And this is what I mean when I talk about, like, if I could go back over 15 years ago and unlearning this stuff, it's not just how the sausage is made in the basketball side. It's on the business side, man. It is nasty. Has been, always will be. It's like, but God almighty, can we just do better?
What's the biggest issue going on in the W right now? No one's talking about basketball.
Oh, there's no basketball anywhere.
That's been the problem in the NBA for 10 years. And now it's getting worse. Dude, the Knicks, the New York Knickerbockers, won an NBA title for the first time in 50 years. And we've already forgotten. We already don't care. Is there a better story the NBA would want than the Knicks winning a title for the first time in 50 years? There isn't. That's what they wanted. That's what they got. And they made Wemby a villain, the future of the NBA. They made the Spurs a villain. Like, they're getting what they want. Hallie's out there saying, why am I not on TV? I could have won a finals. SGA saying, sleep on me. Go for it.
But instead you have 6-7 billionaires.
But we've already forgotten that. Nobody cares that Hallie's coming back. Hell, I might argue nobody cares LeBron's in Philly.
David Stern would have Latrell Sprewelled half these freaking
Without a doubt.
owners at this point in time. Like that's the thing is, like, we give Adam Silver crap, and I believe rightfully, because he's just weak. David Stern, as much as we like, well, he instituted the dress code, that was racist. And I go, I don't care, because guess what? The league was in a great spot. The basketball mattered under David Stern. Since Silver took over, one of his first moves was getting rid of, rightfully, Donald Sterling.
Without a doubt.
But
And that was handed to him by David Stern.
Months after, was it 3-4 months after he took control? Again, not something he could control, but the bubble. Do you remember the jerseys education reform? Stupid things being put on jerseys, and just like the bubble itself. Yeah, you've got Kyle Kuzma out here talking about how the bubble was actually a prison. Brother, you were sent off to hang out at Disney World, and your dumbass teammates and friends and other players snuck out to Magic City to go get wings at a strip club.
Dude, I want those wings so bad.
It's just become, the basketball is no longer the thing.
No.
It is just a never-ending soap opera of stupidity, and it's being done because the people that are in basketball now, particularly at the very top, don't care.
Well, I think one thing that's interesting, let's look at the text line here, 503-864-6326. It's just this top one. It just simply says football is king. And I find that interesting in this conversation because the NFL has been very good at taking a lot of drama and it not affecting the brand.
Because you know what they do? They push it to the side and they wrangle people and they go, nope, you're gone, you're out, nope. And they just push it to the side.
And I don't know if the NFL is telling Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady, Jim Nantz and Tony Romo, Al Michaels and Herb Street and Tirico and Collinsworth or Joe Buck and Aikman, right? Those are the big sets. I don't know if the NFL is sending them talking points. They might be.
I would bet every penny in my account that they are. And the NBA is doing the same, but nobody's listening because the scandal, like, how many ownership scandals do we have in the NFL right now?
Let's see. Let me look real quick. I think I know the answer, but I want to make sure. Let me do my due diligence. Woody Johnson?
He's just kind
question
of a
mark?
jerk.
Right.
The last one we had was Tepper in Carolina. What ended up happening?
He's gone.
Well, no, he's still there.
But they came down
the
and
NFL said, knock that crap off.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There's bad owners in the NFL.
The reason why the Commanders had to sell.
The only
and what ended up happening, and again, Gruden still got that lawsuit going.
The only ownership scandals we have, quote unquote, are Tom and being involved with the Raiders and on TV, and Troy Aikman for the same Same conversation. Involved with the Dolphins, but on
But these
TV.
aren't majority owners. These
No.
are guys that own like less than 5%.
And they're
of the
not even
franchise.
really scandals because the NFL has kind of handled it. I do want to talk about Aikman at some point this week, but the NFL's handled it. But whether it's, the Ray Rices or throwing down women on beds of guns and stuff like that, they have been able to tell their people, focus on football. When I turn on the NFL network, it's someone breaking down a Sauce Gardner and cover 2 defense. When I turn on NBA TV, it's, Luca's ex-wife wanting child support.
Again, who is ESPN hiring and who's out there?
So why
as the
isn't
face of your league?
Why doesn't Adam Silver just go to Goodell and say, "Hey man, how do you do this? How do I wrangle my TV people in?" Because Kenny and Shaq and Charles, those are like the only ones that want to talk ball, and they don't even talk ball that much.
Think about it real quick. Who's the face of NFL Network?
I don't know because I don't watch it.
Eisen.
Rich Eisen, yeah,
Where'd he come from?
Espin. He's a 4-letter.
It's like, get somebody in the freaking studio that's gonna be your face.
Oh man, dude, let me talk to you about baseball. MLB Network, all they do is talk baseball.
Yes.
Then they goof off sometimes and
whether
talk
it's
about
Buster
stadium
or
food.
Timmy, like just go down the list of like you just Brian Kenny, just go down the list and guess where they all came from.
BK only wants to talk about baseball.
Yes, and it's just like
Adnan Virk only wants to talk about baseball.
and it's like meanwhile at ESPN, NBA Today, it's Kendrick freaking Perkins.
Yeah.
It's like, come
Or it's I got to listen to Ryan Clark talk to me about the NBA. I don't want that.
No,
I
or
don't want to
Stephen
hear.
A.
I don't want to hear a football guy talk. Stephen A. I'll give him some credit. He is a little bit of a basketball
yeah,
guy.
I know, but it's like
Well, I know he's
that's not who-
obnoxious.
but that's not who you want as your face.
No,
Their ability to control narratives and control their owners, and it's just everyone knows that they can step all over Adam Silver.
who's the face of college football? McAfee, Nick Saban, Kirk Herbstreit.
Kirby.
Okay, Herbie.
Kirk and Reese.
Pick one of those 3. Pick the whole
What
board.
do they talk about all the time?
Football, and pageantry.
Yeah.
They prop up the game.
And Pat will take on the scandals, and then he'll have fun with it.
Mm-hmm. They don't talk about, why NIL and transfer portal sucks on game day. No, they talk about we're here in Tuscaloosa and Alabama's been down, and Saban, what do you think about DeBoer's tenure? And he's like, well, the defensive line has got to get better, and they're not running the football. Chuck, what does the NBA got to do to get better? Well, they got to stop being dumbasses. Okay.
But still,
right.
at least
All right.
the number of times, look, we can all laugh at Chuck and all the things that come along with that. But at the same time, Chuck will tell you. Shaq will tell you. Kenny will tell you. Ernie will sit there and go, guys, we like checks. We like checks. Come on. But it's like, they'll at least say it. Meanwhile, you've got guys out there on the NBA is like, well, they're actually doing this because this guy just isn't liked and he's being persecuted. It's like, nah, man, he's a pain in the ass. Everybody in the league knows
my
it.
issue with the NBA is the NBA hypes up brands more than they hype up ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
They'll back Shaq, Kenny, Chuck, who are 20 years removed from playing the game of basketball, and not prop up the guys who are on their way to starting media careers.
Hey, man.
That's my biggest issue with the NBA.
And we're guilty of it ourselves on this program, Danny. You know how much time we should be spending on the Portland Trailblazers having 5 guards, and the 2 starters most likely don't play defense.
And why are we not?
Because it's just drama.
No. It's not because it's just drama. It's because we've got ownership nonsense.
Let's stick with some of that ownership issues. We'll go to the desert. Matt Ishbia might be in a little bit of trouble, and he might not be the only one. Mark Walters, more news on that. A little more NBA right here on The Fan, 105.1 FM.